Well, we're on the North Devon coast. This is Combe Martin. Been here a few days. First chance I've had to get out with a rod. Forecast is dire. Really big storm coming in. But I've got my lower rod, and I'm going to have a little go on this little cove down at the bottom first for half an hour. Then I might go across. There's some steps comes down from that cliff, and the tide is coming in now. It's probably an hour for my tide, so yeah, I'll have a chuck, see what happens. Ah, this is it. You can see where I went wrong now. I turned left instead of right from the hotel, so this straight down to the little cove. Whether there's any fish here, I've no idea. I did see two guys fishing a couple of days back with lures, and they definitely didn't get out while I was watching them. Unusual. I'm hoping there might be a polycore bass down the side of these rocks, or possibly then that side. I might just concentrate on this bay, to be honest, because it's a trek right around the other side we waded on. But yeah, it's looking good. Well, I'm fishing. Started off with a soft plastic lure, about 6-inch, maybe a tad bigger than I like, but I ain't got that many lures with me. Flora leader, braid to our Abu Garcia bait caster, and this is an Abu Garcia Ventura 9 foot, 10 grams to 35 grams. That should be alright for small stuff. Right, we'll have a chuck and see how we do. Well, there's a shag or a cormorant on them rocks now, so there must be some fish around here. With this little rod and setup I can't get that far out, but it's nice to know. Yeah, it's very clear. It's cleared a lot more. We've been here a couple of days, and it's cleared a lot. It were very coloured. It's really sheltered, this little bay. All the time we've been here, you've been able to see it much rougher out past the rocks there. I think I'm going to have a wander over to the other side, have a few casts on this side and then change lure. Well, I might try a darker plastic lure first and then go into a metal. Certainly a lovely spot is Combe Martin. I don't know what the catch on this bay. I have very little knowledge about fishing down in Devon. I know they catch pollock, I know they catch bass, so that's really the target. I got these sandy lures from Combe tackle shop, a real treasure trove, the type of shop. I didn't get much of a chance to talk to the guy because he was serving somebody else, but real treasure trove, one of them shops that's a mix match of new tackle and old tackle and offers and new ranges. I could have quite easily spent a couple of hours in there talking to the guy. If he was selling somebody a rod, I think. So I just got this pack of sandy lures and hightailed it out of there. Combe looks very good for sea fishing. On the seaward side of the harbour there's some lovely rock jetties that you can fish from. If you're here a bit longer, I might possibly try and talk my missus into giving me a bit of time off to fish that, but it was a bit rough. I suppose that's, I don't know whether it's a summer mark or winter mark. I suppose they use bigger baits and whatever on that there, but it's certainly a nice looking spot to fish. Well, I'm not getting any action on this lure, so I'm going to have a few more casts back up the other side of the other rocks. So I'm going to change to a darker one, similar lure, but darker, and then I'm going to keep changing, I think. I suppose it's just waiting and being lucky enough that a shoal or whatever comes along. Unless you've got the knot. Oops, trying too hard again. I love bait casters, but you've got to be so careful. I've got a thick spool in my bag if I really do mess up. So always when you're trying to get that extra metre, you get your... I'll just adjust the drop, I think. Well, I've gone onto it. Well, it's a weedless, to be honest. Weedless, small, shad, paddle tail, a bit darker. I don't know if it makes any difference, but we'll keep trying, keep changing. Trying to change the depth, get it a little bit longer, try and get it near the bottom and on the bottom, and then just adjust the retrieve, change the retrieve every time. I'm not getting a lot of confidence that there's any fish about, to be honest, but you never know. Things can change. I think I've been more confident on a lower part of the tide and being able to explore around the rocks. But at the moment it's just too high to get around. Whether I'll get a chance in the next couple of days or not, I don't know. Really bad forecast for the next couple of days, big storm blowing through, lots of rain forecast. I don't mind going out and fishing it, but it's just with the GoPro I don't particularly like to get it too wet, so I tend to just fish. Hello little, I think it's a pipit. Is it a rock pipit? Hello fella, I've got a note for you. Oh, you're tame, aren't you? Right, somebody feeds this. Quick change again. Try and metal this time. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but we can try. Try and get a bit more distance with a bigger one. More swivels on here now. Maybe a bigger box. I'll sort them out one or other. Right, last part of an hour and then I'm going back some breakfast. Come on, big bass, about £7 or £8. please. Oh, kingfisher. Kingfisher's just flying across the bay. Wow. I don't know if you saw that. This is a lot deeper in the water. Yeah, I can feel it touching the pebbles there. So I want to a bit faster retrieve. And we're getting a good 10, maybe 10-15 yards more distance. I think this will be a 30 gram possibly. You see right out on the horizon the white horse is the swell with a big low coming through. I've got to remember I've only got thigh waders on. Yeah, it'd be nice to get to know this coastline, but unfortunately I live a bit in the wrong place for sea fishing. South Yorkshire's right from a bit round Flamborough. We haven't got that many rocky parts. It's all beach casting on the old west coast and that sort of area. I suppose there's a bit round Scarborough, but otherwise it's a 2-3 hour drive, which is fine, but that while you're working that tends to mean you're only fishing holidays, and if you're fishing with holidays you have the added pressure of family and you're torn to just a few. I've got to remember to keep these swivels clean because a lot of this light green weed that once you get a twisted line, life becomes a problem. So I know for a fact 3 swivels on here now. I've got a swivel at the top of the fluorocarbon leader. This is actually set up for a pike. And then I've got another swivel at the bottom with a link on, and then they've got a swivel on this actual Toby. There's at least 3 on. I shouldn't have a problem. Now let me try back at these rocks. I think the tide has just actually started to turn the other way because you've got a definite pull, I think, from left to right. I didn't go where I planned. It's nice to get out and relax. I say it every time, and I probably will keep saying it. Right, see how quick down the side of these rocks. That's a pretty good cast, that'll do. In a second, not too long, and then we start retrieving. I think a straight steady retrieve because I think I'm going to get snagged up. Start letting sink and draw. I think a couple more casts and then I think it's breakfast time. I like to have another go, but whether I will depend on the weather. Right, I think I'll make that the last cast. Really enjoyable, probably hour and a half. Changed laws quite a bit, tried everything, but I honestly don't think that there's many fish in this bay. There's nobody really fishing that I've seen. I think it's probably more the summer mark. I'm only saying that. That's not based on anything really, I suppose. It's just these rocky marks like this. Not that deep. although I don't know what it's like off that far, them far rocks. There's a path goes right across, which hopefully I'll show you later if I get another video made up on here. I'd like to fish off them steps at some point on a high tide, but as it's dropping, so that I can work my way down the path and fish the other side of that rock you can see there, because I think that's got to be deeper than maybe fish with metal like this. I don't know if I get a chance, but the forecast is dire, so whether I'll get out or not I don't know. So anyway, we'll see you next time, wherever that is. Well, the same day I've had my breakfast. There still seems to be a bit of a window, maybe an hour before this weather comes in. So I'm gonna have a chuck on this side. The tide's now going out, so I'm gonna be a bit careful. I should be able to get some decent depth. Right, so I think I'll get myself set up here. And as the tide goes out, that's where I were this morning, on the other bay. Right, we'll get back to you in a bit. Well, I fished there for half an hour. I've not touched that, but I've caught a few rocks as it started to drop down. So I'll move a little bit other side of this rock, this big rock here. Hopefully I can cast here without too much risk of getting washed off. We had a walk down here with my wife and my two sisters a few days ago, and these rock pools here were full of little fish. To be honest, some of them look like trout. I'm wondering if there's some sea trout in the bay, because there's a little stream comes in. Yeah. Well, the plan was to fish down in between these two big rocks, but I'm not sure what I'm going to stand on. Yeah, might not be too bad. Great for kids exploring. We bring the grandkids next time. I think I'm only going to get there with 10-15 minutes fishing on here now. Well, we'll lose the depth. Probably lose lures, but unfortunately the wind's blowing this way, it makes it a bit difficult to get any sort of decent distance. I wish they'd have gone back onto a metal, but I think I can see boulders way out now, so it's probably not really viable to lure fish this bit much longer. soon as you try and get distance, you get in a tangle. I think I'm going to lose a load as well here if I'm not careful. I think that might be the end of this session. Because I've got a overrun. Oh, that's lucky it's come out, I think. Well, I think I'm going to make this the last cast because about 10-15 metres in front of me there's some boulders that are starting to show, and I'm not going to get the lower over them much longer. So I'm really only fishing about 15, maybe 20 metres with the lower before it gets to them. So I think we'll call it for today. And I don't know if we'll get back on. The forecast is pretty dire for the rest of today and maybe into tomorrow morning, but I'd like to get out again. I'd like to get a fish. Bloody hell, that red again. Woo! That wet me. Definitely time to get off. It's definitely picking up. That storm coming in.